Where are you, gentle sprouts? メインスクリーンオン、主様。
I'm alive? Not working. Oh, is it? It is working. See the mic going thing, and they see the background going the thing. Mouth moving. Hi everybody! I was going to earlier, but like OBS just it's just anything I would stream up to, it would like the bit rate would start off strong like for a blip, and then it would just drop straight to 0. I have no idea why it would. I thought it might have been like you have like a fancy that you can stuff on, that it might have been sucking up the, but that would probably just, it would just make my bandwidth suck. Like, like, you know, I just getting shit bandwidth. I wouldn't be like dropping frames like that. Then again, it could have just been Twitch, but you know, I tried different Twitch servers and like, anyway, it seems to be good now, so I either A, fixed the problem because I did a bunch of stuff, or B, Twitch decided to, I don't know. Anyway, let's get to fishing. Switch to yes.
3DS 主様。
The fishing is happening. Quite happening. Now it's happening. So, I took the week off last time because I just. Hopefully this will be a lot better. Have plans early August. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, this might be a shorter. I don't know. Ready for a bigger challenge at the mountain stream. Red spotted trout live there. Catch 3 for me. Good luck. Okay, I did some. I think I found out the problem with this. First of all, I have an AMD card. Citra doesn't like AMD cards because of the open shell is kind of broken. So that could be the reason fish don't have things. I did see the log that it was something to do with like the OpenGL and couldn't get like the crap, I don't know what it was. It looked like it was like there was a certain texture switching command that wasn't implemented, so that could be it. I did submit the compatibility report. I don't know if it's going to get fixed because, once again, if it's a if it's an AMD problem, the only thing I can do is get a new card, and that ain't happening. I know. Thanks to all them fucking Bitcoiners, happening. Um, I did try to do the audio thing. The audio. HLE's worked on this game, even though it's supposed to be a better one. Supposed to be what I'm supposed to get? I don't know. So LLE it is. Let's see, what other news do I have? I looked into text hooking. Not what it might be what you're thinking, but maybe not what you're thinking. Thinking something in the gutter, you're wrong. That's thinking it involves like hooking text from a video game, then you would be correct. But apparently, in the time I used AGH, if anybody knows AGH, it was like anime game text hooker, which was like back in 2010. All that. It's come a long way. So I've been poking at it. I'm using Textractor. Like, it has a GitHub and everything. I don't think it's updated as much anymore, which is sad, but being on GitHub, anybody can, like, fork it and make their own modifications up to it. Things it can do. PSP emulation. Can do PSP emulation. I've been doing PSP. Like, having it translate, PSP games. Like Idea Factory. So, it does Idea Factory. Not what I wanted. Well. I have actually been, I have been able to hook text in Beetle PCFX on, RetroArch. It hook text and translate. The only problem I'm having with that is that the game itself uses like 3 different threads to spit text at, so it's one of those, it'll do it, but, gonna have to work with it. Other things I have not figured out is how to get it to reliably have a thread. Like, every time I open up the PSP emulator, it's the exact same thread instead of, like, I currently have it at, it's currently, whenever you open it, you have to search for thread, every single time because of the way the memory's all over. Like, the memory addresses shift up and down. Which, I know there's a way to do it because there's Like in cheat engine things, they'll use a script that basically sets the there's usually a script that'll like set the addresses correctly. Like it'll say like, all right, start address at like start address at this will put all the addresses in line where they're at the same spot. But I'm not exactly certain how to do it. The text extractor. I think it's in the settings to do it, but I'm not. I don't know that yet. Probably gonna have to look at a manual or something. I know AGTH had it though. I remember like you would go to this forum. I forget what the forum was called, and you'd get like the AGTH codes to put in the box where it would like hook the proper text every time. This is kind of like that, but like I said, the half the hook's not being reliable. I have to look into how to make it reliable. Because I am on Pastebin, I am kind of putting up the addresses I find. I'm gonna put up all the addresses I find on the various games. So if people, stumble upon the Pastebin, they can be like, oh wow, there's the list of addresses. So they can just copy paste it. Ah, well done. What did you think of the red-spotted trout? When I first caught one, I was just stunned by its beauty. I don't know, it just looked like a fish. Thing I've tried on PlayStation 1. I don't know if the game ready to go look out there. Fine day for fishing. Like almost 8 a.m. here. Morning. Great day for fishing, ain't it? Fishing that you red spotted trout over. You can try using flies, but top bait like stonefly can work too. I've been using worms as middle bait. Experiment with your tackle, I'm sure you'll be successful. So, I've tried PSP, I have been unsuccessful. I don't know if it's the game itself, like the way the text is, in the game. Like, basically, I have a code page I'm searching up, and I'm not sure if this game is using not the code page, but some other like shift gifs instead of the whatever the other one, or EJIC. That was the other one. If it's using that over that, I might not be getting the text properly. So it's like, it does hook stuff, but I might just to figure out like, basically which thread it is at what encoding. but just basically out of the box, I was unable to find anything. Or at least the one game I have on PlayStation 1. I've got, really, Stonefly, dude? No. Bad. You're a bad fisherman. Telling me, Stonefly. Because it catches the car more than it's gonna catch, like, the thing I need. There, that's what I need, a dry fly. I hope I look... Wrong button. I wonder if you could attach a bottle rocket to, like, a lure and just, like, zing it into... No! Please do not zing your bottle rockets into the lake. I'm just, you know, if you could just put a propulsion device on a lure just to launch it, that would do that without, like, burning everything. This is stuff you try in a controlled facility. Please don't pollute the local lakes, rivers, fireworks. The fish have it bad enough. But anyway, I have got like two more PlayStation 1 games I can try to get text out of. I tried SNES as well. I was unsuccessful. But the game I tried it with has notoriously, like, hard to parse text compression. And I might just not be able to do it with that game because, the text is compressed. And I'm just hooking the text that's compressed before it's uncompressed. Besides, that game that I'm trying to play has been remade, like, on the PlayStation, on the NDS, on the Game Boy Advance, so I have other avenues. I just wanted to play, like, on the SNES on the... because it doesn't have voice. I fall off. And also the sprites in the original version of the game, I think, look the best. Because, like, in the other versions of the game, they use more anime-looking sprites instead of, like, bright-looking sprites. So I like the way the characters look in, like, the original. But I'm willing to try one of the other games just to play the game. Even though I've watched the anime to the game, so I'm probably not missing. I tried it on with Duck Station. I could see if I can put the... Did I try it? Right? RetroArch. I tried it with DuckStation and I tried it with SXE to get text out of it. Wait, that's the PlayStation. Okay, SNES only has like... I tried it only on like the one SNES and SNES 9. Like, trying standalone applications, because with RetroArch you're getting a lot of text threads from RetroArch itself, so I'm trying with like a with standalones, basically. But I'm gonna try it with RetroArch and experiment if I can get any text threads out of the PlayStation game I'm trying to end. Which, if I don't... Not too bad, because it's the same game as I got on the FX. After I figured out how to get FX working with RetroArch, which is... RetroArch, whoever set up the Magic Engine, TurboGrafx, PC Engine, effects, all of that for RetroArch did it very badly. Like, it's a bin-queue format, which is the format they recommend for PC Engine VFX games. But RetroArch looks at it and goes, nope, not any of the system, it's not any of the PC Engine. But if you load the core, which is the Beetle PCFX core, and then load the queue file for the content, works just fine. The only thing I see that you have to do is button BIOS and press the load button on the BIOS screen that pops up, but it then loads it just fine. The only difference between the PlayStation game and the PSX game is that the graphics are vastly... And I'm thinking the PCFX game was the original game, the PlayStation 1 is a remake, because the PlayStation 1 has, anime-looking graphics, which they really don't look good upscaled. But the PCFX version has, like, sprite-looking graphics. But the SNES game, like... I'm gonna see if I can try it in RetroArch, if any of those emulators can spit out a text thread that I can translate. Next on the list that I'm going to try is, of course, Game Boy Advance, even though there's like 0 games on the Game Boy Advance that I really want to play that aren't already ported to some other system. Nintendo DS, PlayStation 2, I forgot that existed. Definitely PlayStation 2. A lot of games for the PlayStation. For that, I'm using the ECSX ES2X. It's one of those. It's like ES. Yeah, it was like one of the big common ones back in the day, which is still kind of reliable. I mean, I don't usually like using RetroArch for PlayStation stuff because of the bloated... Like, you get a lot of bloated overhead from RetroArch. And, like... Just, like, some of the settings in RetroArch clash with, like... They just kind of clash with, with the emulator, like setting up the gamepad, you got it working with like you got your gamepad working with RetroArch, and then you open the game and all the buttons are wrong. Or like you got your SNES scaled properly. But when you open up a new system, a new game, you have to go back in, set all the scaling of the new system in core, and then save it, and it's like... Another thing is Game Boy Color. I don't see any of the cores that do for Game Boy border. A lot of like Game Boy Color games have a Game Boy border that I want to see. Which you might be able to do it in there, but I didn't see a way, like in the options, the cord to do it. So, you know, just an external program on that. If Game Boy Color text can be hooked, then there's a few fishing games on the Game Boy Color. Like fishing RPG games that, Rent type, you're not doing your job. Rent type.
Yeah.
I purged links. Hang on. Link protection's on. There. I saw someone today get like 3 bots in a fucking row. It was like, wow. Tomorrow I'll take you to the midstream location, yay. Oh, and I have something else for you. These should look great in your aquarium. Seaweed for the saltwater tank. I am now an advanced fisher person. Fisher sprout. I say person because we all know human beings aren't people, they're food. Only sprouts get to be people because, well, vegetable empire. Wait, I should not have said that. Oh no, now you know my plot. You know the sprout plot to take over the world. Don't worry, all of you special humans, we'll use you to fertilize the really nice plants. Which, come to think of it, all the plants would be really nice plants. How about this? If you're a good human, we'll let you fertilize the plants. If not, we'll feed you to the vultures. I got my pen working again. The main problem with it was, it ran out of battery. And that's the only problem with it, was that it was out of battery. So, now it works again. Like, why doesn't my pen work? Oh no! My thing, it broke. And it's like, oh, it's just, it needs to be charged. It's like, why does my phone not work? Have you tried charging it? I will say, people who don't put their phone on the charger when they get home, it bothers me, because then those are the people like, oh, my battery's dying. Like, you put it next to the charging area at home. Just put it on the charger. I mean, unless, of course, they specifically don't put it on the charger so they can tell their work that keeps calling them, I ran out of battery. Sorry. I may or may not have used that excuse to get out of work. It's a fine day for fishing. Now that your fishing skills have advanced, you're ready for some more serious challenges. How about you try to catch 3 sweet fish at the midstream spot? Sweet fish. That's a really nice looking stream. But, yeah, yeah, this should be good enough. So if I can get some text out of the Game Boy games, which I may or may not be able to because I don't know how text works in a Game Boy game, it might just be numbers. Like, just put this symbol in that spot. It might not be like, here's the script, and then use the bitmap font that we have. Yeah, so Game Boy games, don't know. Game Boy Advance games, don't know. Although, you know, maybe there's a few fishing games on the Game Boy Advance that hasn't been translated. See if I can get the text out of it and translate it. And then Nintendo DS, PlayStation Vita. PlayStation Vita is a no-go because the emulator that's out there is, like, still alpha. And I don't know, like, all I can do with my Vita is just stream from it. But if there was a plugin that you could specifically, on the Vita, look for a text thread and then send the text thread to the computer as well, that would be cool. I don't know if that's a thing. Let's see, other things. 3DS. Haven't tried 3DS yet. Might be some fishing games that I can, get translated, but for my purposes, what I was using the text hooking for, no games on 3DS that don't have a PSP or a Vita, or a PSP port. As for Vita games, I still have a way to do Vita games. It's just kind of jank, and kind of jank. It's probably going to lead to lots of technical difficulties, but I'm almost willing to give it a shot. Switch emulation. Can do Switch emulation. I did text hooking in Switch emulation, and for the at least Idea Factory games, works fine. So if there's any like Switch games out there that are in Japanese that you want translated, Textractor, and I was using the Yuzu to do it. I probably might try Rujinx. Later on, but it was Yuzu. Because I know there's a lot of games that are more compatible with Rujinx than Yuzu. Like the Nintendo Detective Club 2 games only work on Rujinx. As well as like a couple visual novels I have only work on Rujinx. Or at least they work a lot better on Rujinx. But, like, let's see other systems. PlayStation 3. I don't think there's a good PlayStation emulator out there. PlayStation 3 emulator. That I know of. That isn't gonna run like crap. Even so, I don't think there's any games on it that I'd be particularly want to stream. That I wouldn't just get a capture card to stream. Can I get rid of Char Aznable? Yeah, let's get rid of him. I think I might have fixed the sound crashing issue. Don't know. I think what's happening is that because of the graphical glitches, it's spitting out lots of problems to the log file. The log file is getting too big, and then, like, it just crashes the emulator. It may or may not be that. How are you enjoying the midstream spot? Nice, isn't it? Your next mission is to catch 5 oh god, I hate crucian carp. May not be easy, but I know you can do it. It's gonna be so easy, barely an inconvenience. Goes down to the local pet store, buys 5 goldfish there. Here's your cart. I know they're a bit on the small side, but, well, what can you do? If you raise them well, they'll grow up to be nice and big. Please don't eat your pet fish. I do not endorse eating of the pet fish. Also, don't flush your fish down the toilet. Have more respect for them. I mean, if you're gonna plan on throwing your fish down the toilet when they're dead, just don't get fish. Wait. Oh, I think the sound died. Never mind. Now let's see what happens if you catch no fish. Alright, switch to technical difficulties. You're gonna switch for me, Rent Type? Do I have to do it myself? Switch to technical difficulties.
大変ですよ、主様。
Whoops. Not exactly what I wanted to do, but... Main Mike, what are you doing? That. Switch to... Yes.
3DS 主様。
Let's see, what else do I want to talk about? Not what I want. clicking sound is on my microphone. There's like 3 different settings on it, and I'm switching between them to like. Hopefully, like I see the mic spike up, and it's like I'm trying. I don't know what that sound is, so I'm just trying to make the sound go away because if I'm not talking, the mic should. Something wrong with my tackles? They liked that before. Yeah. Try top. What's wrong with you, fish? Eat my worms. Not the biggest. It'll do. Let's see. What else did I want to talk about today? Been playing for PSO2, which, the storyline for some of the event items that you get, but man, that story is just garbage. Like, the characters are garbage. Especially the female characters. They're like all 12-year-old girls that act the same. And like, the series, like, there's too many subquests, which are just fluff. Like, the recent one I was doing is like, oh, we're gonna get a gift for this other character! And you have 2 different subquests that are basically saying the exact same dialogue. For 2 characters that act the exact same way as the 3rd one. And it's like, the storyline itself is like, you can't take it seriously at all. It's not a very good storyline. Let's see what's the storyline. If you know anything about Phantasy Star, you know about Dark Falls, and you know about, the Profound Darkness. That was in 1 through 4. And PSO. And Phantasy Star Universe. So you'll know about all that. It's basically the plot, only Dark Falls now has, possesses people? So we have people being possessed by Dark Falls that are attached to, like, the characters that you can get in your party and stuff, and we're curing them, and like, beat the Profound Darkness, who was a girl, because it's like they wanted to do our Tonalito, but they did it in such a trash way, and it's like, I don't like our Tonalito. Because it's just one of them, like, ecchi otaku game. And Sega's trying to do an ecchi otaku game and failing. Like, when I'm saying Arton Alico is better than this in Sega's Phantasy Star, that's pretty sad. Because of course, like, the big bad evil is some girl. I mean, I could go on a rant about how women are blamed for, like, the downfall of everything. And, like, as she gets more and more corrupted, she gets more and more clothing. Where at the end, she's, like, practically... And she looks 12, of course. All of the female characters, save 2 of them, look like they're 12. Some of them look like they're, like, 5. They all act the same. They all have the same face. They all, like, have the same, like, body type. They're different, like, heights, of course. They wear different outfits. I mean, the game even puts a lampshade on how little the character is wearing. And of course, the excuse why women don't wear, like, that much clothing is because, like, they need to absorb the photons and less to say the, like, the most powerful character is a male, of course. And he wears the most clothing, so... But now I have an excuse to have my male character running around wearing next to nothing. It's like, he's pulling in the photon. I don't know, it's like with Phantasy Star Online, Sega just wanted to make a porn game. But they also didn't want to make it adults only, so they could sell it to people. Because, like... And it's not even, like, a very good porn game. Like I said, our Torna League is better. Because, like... Yeah, the women wear next to nothing as well in our Torna, but... Yeah, different... characters. Like, the characters are varied. All characters varied enough. Personality varied enough. It's like PSO2 not have that going for it. And then, like, they have New Genesis that comes out and they're doing the exact same thing. Here's 2 characters, Manon and Ina. Ina is the large-breasted. Manon is not so large-breasted, Loli. The simple fact that I call them Loli, you damn well know it's pedophilia. Because, like, Loli is the cutesy anime term for it's an underage, a sexualized underage girl. But, you know, anime fans don't want to outright call themselves pedophiles, so they call themselves a loli fan. And the fact that, like, this shit gets translated is just, like... I'd say it's criminal by now. I am thankful for that Sega actually did censor the boob jiggle, because, you know, having, like, 5 to 12-year-old girls running around with their breasts is gross. There's such a thing called puberty. Breasts don't happen until, like, well in... Not when kids are 5. I can tell you that much. I might actually have to, take a break about got some apartment inspectors crawling over. And, like, I want to make sure that you know that they're but hopefully they won't come along until, like, I don't know, at noon. We're not the first building. I mean, all they really do is maybe poke the most smoke detector and filter. But still, it's like having someone come into your house, look around, and judge you. Fucking. That was everything. Feeling more confident? Not. My confidence level hasn't gone up and it hasn't gone down. This game, honestly, not very challenging fishing wise. Road trip adventure and the game. Master's Challenge was honestly challenging. Why don't you try catching some brook trout then? I think you'll be interested. An interesting challenge for you. You'll find brook trout are a lot of fun to catch. Why don't you catch 2 at 1.7? Fuck it. Give it to me in centimeters, because then it's just a solid number. 23, 53, 90, 1 fucking meter. Like, I have piles and piles of tackle, but I don't really use a lot of it. I've mostly recently just been using all this bait. I only switch out to, like, other tackle, and none of the bait. Ah! What I needed? Definitely not what I need. You're not what I need. Oh, way! Oh, you messed everything. I am disappointed in you, Carp. That is my silence of disappointment. Back in the water you go. I didn't want you in the first place. You look like a rainbow trout. You're, like, slightly different. Well, I mean, it is a trout, brook trout, rainbow trout, but it's like... You look more fan. Yeah, so PSO2, the storyline on the PSO2 has been just garbage. Like, I don't really feel attached to any of the characters. Like, the characters I feel the most attached to are, like, Bright, which is the lab assistant, Hamelin, which is like this NPC that just gives you quests. He doesn't even have any, like, storyline roles. Theodore, which his story contribution is, I have a girlfriend. I am the soft boy, the really soft boy. I have a girlfriend. I have a friend who might be a girl, who might be my girlfriend, but I'm not gonna admit it. Oh no, died. Oh, I'm going to turn into that kind of unhinged boy. Oh no, she really didn't die because, like, the main theme of PSO2 is, like, time travel shenanigans. So we go back in time, save her. She shows up in front of him. Like, this happens 3 times in a row that, like, people that are supposed to be dead or, like, corrupted or something. These 3 girls show up in front of these men that they're attached to, injured, fall into their chests crying, and, like, 3 times in a row. That is, like, garbage storytelling. Anyway, she shows up. It's like, you're just a figment of my imagination. Because she was reported killed in action, but, like, she doesn't just show up and be like, oh, hey, all those reports were falsified. I was trying to get a message to you, but I couldn't because of, like, all the shit going on. She doesn't say that. She does some, like, I don't know, some, you know, pretentious anime. Like, I'm right here now for you. Anyway, she gets injured, falls into his arms crying. But I do like me the soft boys. And Kazra. Even though Kazra's kind of a... Kazra's a cat you put in the bathroom with, and put, like, with, you know, the water bowl, the food bowl, the litter box. Just lock it in the... Put it in the bathroom until it calms down. Kazra's been a bad kid. Notice how all of these are like, well, I like the soft boys, but notice how all of these characters, because that's, like, the main problem, is all the male characters get actual characterization. Like I said, the female characters are all the same character. Like, they're all the same character and interchangeable up to and including the plot point to where they are actually clones of each other. They are actual clones of each other. But let's just say, PSO's storyline, very, very, very bad. I already spoiled myself and saw the characters ahead of time, and they take Phantasy Star, the original character, and they fuck them up completely. I can understand if Reiko Kodama, Phoenix Gay, is upset by it. Because they kind of just stripped out what made Phantasy Star good, and just made it some otaku trash. I'm not talking like the good kind of otaku trash. I'm talking very much, it's just garbage, trash. Like, there's kind of ecchi anime that I'm like I said, Artonalico. I think Artonalico is pretty garbage. But when I have to admit that this garbage is of a higher tier than that garbage, that's pretty garbage. Especially when it's Sega, and especially that I really liked. Note the past tense. Liked. And I know some people are gonna pop in, and what about Cosmic Fantasy Heroine, or whatever that game is? Fuck that game, and fuck that guy. Dev of that game is fucking... I had an interaction with him and it was not pleasant. Like, he does not get what made Phantasy Star good. Which, considering Phantasy Star was created by a woman, I don't think any man are good. Harp. I wouldn't say Phantasy Star 2 and 3 have a plethora of strong female characters, but like, just having a female protagonist does not make the game excellent. And when your male robots aren't even good looking, no, you're not Phantasy Star. That includes Phantasy Star Online, Phantasy Star Universe, and Phantasy Star Online 2, and Phantasy Star New. Sigh. Do I even need the audio? I want some music going on. Let me put on my own music until I finish. Swap it over. Although I have to say, Phantasy Star Universe, I liked it. I like it better than Phantasy Star Online. Phantasy Star Universe at least had like diverse male characters. Phantasy Star 1, Phantasy Star Online 1. Phantasy Star Online existed, and I don't like the precedent set for everything. for it. Even done the fighting. Yeah, so that's that rant. Then again, yeah, so too. Are you really playing it for the story? Probably just playing it to get online, get some cosmetics, hang out with your friends, kill some stuff together, make the numbers go up. Like I said, I'm just playing through the story just to get the stuff, but I don't just want to um button through the story. I was actually playing the story and like doing all the fight scenes on hardcore mode. But then it's like I kind of gave up. I'm like, do I really like some of them kind of get hard for the level I'm at, and I'm like, do I really want to suffer? Um, um, if you don't recognize the music, it's aquatic ambience from Donkey Kong Country. It is the what is it? It's the version that they found the original instruments to and did. Okay, let's see. That's my PSO rant. Oh, and the main character is supposed to be a dude. That is actually built into the story that you're supposed to be a dude. Which, it's an MMO. You have a character created. I see you over there, Final Fantasy 14. So don't think you can like escape me. Don't put a set character as the face of your MMO. have a character creator on your game, don't put a set face on your game. Because you're saying this is the main character. You choose to deviate from this character. Like with Skyrim and the Dovahkiin, you put a dude on the cover of Skyrim, you just basically said, this is a dude, this dude is Skyrim, even though you can be, like, tree lizard people. Or a cat. A moon cat. But PSO, like, it has it inbuilt in the whole time travel thing that you actually meet yourself and yourself is a guy. And it's like, playing a female character, that can't be possible. Like, they totally did it wrong. Know what my mission is here. But Final Fantasy XIV, I see you over there. You also put some human dude as your, like, the face of your video game. And I know that you've done that before Realm Reborn, too. I was around before Realm Reborn. I haven't played recently because of the paywall. But I was there before Realm Reborn. I got, like, the event shades they handed out afterwards to prove it. I think they handed out something for people who were there before, like, they swapped the game over. But let's see, Final Fantasy XIV, what do I have to complain about you in the brief period that I did? I don't like that you have the clothing that looks different between genders. And I know you have it because there was a very specific piece of clothing I have that was different between, like, my friend playing a female character and me playing a male character. And it was kind of like a gross difference. Like, Final Fantasy XI used to be pretty good. Like, the female version of a set would usually, like, show, like, they'd be wearing shorts instead of pants, but it was still close enough that it wasn't, like, so eye-rolling. But there are a few outfits in Final Fantasy XIV that are like just, oh god, why? However, for the most part, Final Fantasy XIV has, like, the parity between outfits pretty. PSO2 is just no. You can just take a look at the casts and see what Sega was going for. Like, male cast, you're a Gundam. You're a super robot. Female cast, you're a sex bot. That's it, you're a sex bot. Which it's just like really sad. Like, Sega, you could have done better instead of that. Like, you could have done all of that and put all of that in all your PSO spin-off games, really. But honestly, Sega games have just gone downhill. Like, probably the only thing Sega hasn't fucked up yet is Puyo Puyo. But I have a feeling they're gonna fuck that up. What else? Yeah, I think that I'm done ranting about PSO and PSO2. Oh, no I'm not. Let me switch over from, like, the visuals and the storyline. Let's talk about its monotonization. Like, PSO2 is especially egregious. You wanna change the color of the new clothing you just got? Gotta spend real money. You wanna actually personal quarters for all of the myriad of furniture that you find? Gotta pay real money. Like, they don't even give you like a shitty like you only get 20 spots to put stuff. They give you 5 spots, and your support partner little thing takes up 3. Meaning you've only got 2 spots to put something. And like most of the furniture like takes up 2 spots. Seaweed combo for the saltwater tank. Nice. Stop that. It's been an hour and a half. Do I really just want to like stop the emulation and start it? Want to keep some hot too. I'll work it out. Oh, this song. This song's the one that sounds like sounds similar to Ignite song, right? Oh yeah. You know what? No, I don't want to spot my. Alright. Is this the one I was thinking of? This sounds a lot different than what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of a different one. What else? Let's see. You want to use the auction house to sell your stuff. Gotta pay real money. Like, an MMO to where you can't use the auction house unless you pay real money. Bullshit. Next fishing spot for you is Country Lake. Find a lot of fish you've never seen before, of course. First try catching catfish. Catch some Country Lake is all about. And the gacha is so bullshit. It is so filled with garbage. Like, first of all, you know, you have male and female outfits. Then you have the accessories that go with those outfits. Then you have furniture and emotes and music for the jukebox that you can't put in your personal quarters because that takes up too much space. The personal quarters you need to pay real money for, get more space to put the jukebox in, to put this in that from the gacha you got. And the styles for your personal quarters. Plus, the outfits have like alternative versions that are like a different color. And did I mention that new outfit you got? You can't change the color of it without paying. Let's see, then there's outfit slots that you can save your outfit looks to. You only get 10 of them. You want more slots? Gotta pay real money. What other ones did I see that were bullshit? Oh, the symbol arts. You only get a certain number. If you want more slots for your symbol arts, you gotta pay more money. But, like, nobody uses symbol arts really anyways, because most of them, like, everyone just makes porn, so everyone just turns them off. Need more sub-palettes in New Genesis, you gotta pay more money. In the base PSO2, they give you a lot of them, pretty much. But I don't usually find it a problem because I'm only running like 3 or 4 weapons at a time. Or I should say 3 or 4, well, let's see, how many slots do I have? 2, 4... I have about 4 or 5, maybe slots taken up. Since I use multi-weapons on New Genesis, I have like the one setup for the first weapon, the one setup for the second weapon. I have 2 multi-weapons. So the second one is just like one for the one weapon, one for the second weapon. What else? I mean, of course, if you want, your face and all that, that costs real money, but usually they hand out those, like, salon tickets. They usually hand out salon tickets, like, once every other week. Or once a month or something. And kind of the good thing about that is you can character creator to, like, just start up like you're making a new and mess around with that to get it how you really want to look, save it out, so when you actually get the pass you can go back in and just load it up and then just press the go button. Oh, you're a new player. You fucked up all your, like, skill points. Gotta pay real money to reset that. People will tell you that you can get, like, skill reset cards, but not in old PSO2. They're not updating that. Oh wait, I'm sorry. You can't buy skill resets. They don't have that in the shop. You have to buy a skill tree, which costs real money, and then you have to pay more real money to shift that skill tree to, like, the new slot you have. Of course they have all your experience boosters and your rare boosters and all that. But usually you get enough of those through, like, the daily mission, where I've just got, like, piles of them in storage. What else, like, did they demand money for? Past the it's only cosmetic. No, it's not only cosmetic. Like, the cosmetics they give you to create their character are so limited that, so, like, it's kind of to then go, oh yeah, you're gonna have to spend real money to actually make a character that you want. And most of the stuff is per character, like, it's not even per account. Switch up the music track after the cat thing. Yeah. Like, PSO is so monotonized, it puts, like, other, like, Chinese grind MMOs to shame. Like, I've played some Chinese grind MMOs, and I didn't feel put out by those as much as this game, but it feels like I'm being put out. Like, just charging you to sell stuff on the auction house is Like, because if you want to buy any of the 4 money things, you have to have lots of, like, in-game currency, Meseta. To get lots of in-game currency, you have to sell, like the pay money, the free pay money stuff you get, but you can't. You have to pay money to sell that. So it's just like, why am I playing it? Because I can play a robot boy, sexy robot boy. No other MMO allows me to play a sexy robot boy. That looks human, I think. So how was catching catfish for the first time? They can be pretty wily. Now catfish are my favorite fish to watch. Put some in your tank and you know what I'm talking about. Probably use standard fishing animation, all of them. I thought there was a swamp one in. Fun. Fun again. Not feeling. How about this? Like mystical. Many things. How do you like fishing in the country lake? Besides catfish, you'll also find northern snakeheads there. Catch northern snakeheads? I'll try. It can look pretty similar to catfish, so make sure you're catching the right fish. They don't really look at all that similar. Unless he means we same fish model. Texture. Load up some more music tracks. Get through like the next couple. catfish. Nope, there's a snakehead. They look nothing alike. There was a fog rolled over the lake. In that fish. Not what I'm. They do use the same model. Like real fish in the ocean are like, yeah, you're just a texture swap of. This track actually sounds menacing. Alright, now am I done ranting about PSO? Yes! Let me go rant about Nekopara cat boys and how much I hate it. Like, the reason I hate it is mostly that it is a very, very, very low bar attempt at making an Otome. And considering the Nekopara people have 3 Nekopara games out, with live 2D, I do believe, on all of them, and all the characters are like animated and stuff, to throw that out and say, yeah, this is what we think of our female fans, it tells you a lot about what they think about their female fans. They're only worthy of scraps. That even for basically something that is short as a demo, they don't give a shit. And what really bothers me is that when they zoom in on the characters, it's that you know, that when you zoom in on something, it's all fuzzy and like you can see the pixels. It's that. Like they didn't downscale. They didn't have like the upscale, they downscaled. They upscaled the downscale. That makes any sense. Like they went from smaller to bigger instead of the opposite. Like, it's just a low, low, low bar, and like, it feels like a mobile Otome game, and I fucking hate them. Isn't it cute? I like snakeheads. They're cute. Cat. It is a fish. And it's just like Nekopara, I forget what the Neko works, I think they call themselves. It's like you could have made a better demo Otome game. Which, honestly, I think they made the game as a joke. Like, lol, cat boys. Am I right? And of course, one of the cat boys is the one that doesn't ask for consent of anything, and then excuse it of, oh, I'm a cat. Which makes it feel like a mobile Otome game because, like, mobile Otome games are rife with those kind of things. And that's why I hate them so much. fish catching. So yeah, Nekopara Paradise. Don't like it. I'm not saying it's a bad game to play, it's just a very low bar for an Otome game. Could have done a lot better for like a demo. And considering tech guy that translated it, that doesn't do Otome games. Like it's just compounded. Sekai Project. It just seems like a big middle finger. Like the first Otome game that we released, like garbage one. A low bar garbage one. Then again, the second game, that manga game, the Otome game, the manga gamer released was like a mobile Otome game. And then they had the audacity to charge $75 for it on the shop. Like, no. I mean, manga gamers, like, they're pieces of shit as it is, but like, seriously. What's interesting is I think JASC, J-A-S-C, has brought over more Otome games than manga games has. I'd have to check. I don't think JASC anymore. It's also nice. Light of the... It's like I know exactly what level this needs to be played on. Oh yeah, I remember. Oh, I hate that level. I think it's the one where you have to climb up in the air, and there's like the ropes and stuff you have to go across. And of course there's like zingers everywhere. Really like to play Donkey Kong Country now with like the mute file swapped to... I'm sure someone's made like a... I forget what emulator it is that can do that, but I'm sure someone's made a patch to it that can do that. Thinking about Donkey Kong music is like, it doesn't fit the video game, in my opinion. Like, you have like this epic background music, and then Donkey Kong is like, you're like an ape that's getting bananas. Like, it's good music, it's a good game, but like the dissonance between like the graphics and the like the story, graphics, and music just like really big. Probably what makes it so great. think this is a water level, if I remember. That's another thing. Like, you hear the music and you can be like, it's that level. I think that's my last rant for today. I should say something positive about, like, a game. Let's see, Revenant Saga. Revenant Saga, not as bad as a game I thought it would be. Execution could use a lot of work. Story-wise, it's like, I think with Revenant Saga, it, like, I expect a certain anime trope, and then it either subverts it or just bypasses it completely. Nice job with those northern snakeheads. It looks like you need a little more of a challenge. Give me your hardest lake and or ocean. Well, we'll talk all about all that tomorrow. Please tell me this game takes like a drastic plot twist. Please tell me this game is like, I want you to fish on the moon. Like, please tell me just like... Well, let's go take a look at the fish we caught, because, like, gonna end. Unfortunately, we don't have the, nice, aquarium music, but, well, I work with what I have. Our rainbow trout, our smallmouth bass, still a cute fish, our catfish, our northern snakehead, which is just a palette swap of a catfish, sweet fish, which I hope they take. Wait, I forgot to feed them! No! Damn food, fish! Crams pellets in mouth. Stop the music for now. Having our saltwater tank. Red sea bream, black porgy, Japanese bass, even though I think it's a plus. that's it. My only fish. Yes, I know that's an Animal Crossing joke. I hope for all of you suffer just as much as I do every time I play Animal Crossing game. If you haven't played an Animal Crossing game, well, that's what's in store for you. Bad fish jokes. I could just turn the music off. I wonder if I turn the music off, will the sound not cut out as much? Because I can make my own music. Wait, I forgot if this was 3 or 4. Well, I'll find it out later. If it's 3, then yay. If it's 4, then I'll fix it in post. Anyway, switch to powering down.
パワーリングダウン主様。
I still gotta work out some things on how that works. But thanks everybody for coming. Like I said, wanted to stream earlier, but Twitch was like, yeah, you know your bitrate, I'm just gonna crater it to 0. Might not have been Twitch because I tried test on, and then it was like, yeah, no, you're gonna get like the red square of death. So it's probably Comcast. Comcast. If it was something I did uninstall some programs I reinstalled that might have out. Did the virus scan? That might have. It could just be Comcast going, yeah, you know, you want to stream 4 a.m. Not happening. Or no, it was 11 p.m. last night. Wednesday, fishing day. Said, yeah, no, not happening. So, I'll catch everybody later. Thanks everybody for coming. Raid. Do I wanna raid? Anybody's right now. Quick, somebody scream. Nobody's on. Like, nobody on right now. Hi, 20 Fedora. That. They're probably. What is that? Are you? Oh, it's fine to lurk. I don't mind lurkers. Well, I know that's a box. What's that green thing? Looks like a green-haired head shouting. Text. That's I forget her name. That's your bot shouting. That's right. Oh, done. Bots can't do that. Bots can't, call themselves out. Yeah, bots can't self-reference themselves, which is kind of interesting. Shout out to 20 Fedora. Shout out to Loco for last playing 100% Orange Juice, which it's an interesting game. It's a board game. Interesting board game. I shall see everyone whenever. If Twitch is gonna be, if very fun. Yeah, it is very fun. It can be frustrating if you're trying to grind solo, but it is very fun. I lost, I think, 5 times in a row straight solo. 100% Orange Juice. I have positive to say about that. What other positive games? I've not played games recently. I'm starting to do that thing where I start one game, try to finish it before I start another game. Very hard to do. Captions are starting to go on me. Calling it here. Thanks everybody for showing up. Thanks lurkers. Love my lurkers. No thanks to whatever killed my connection last night. Thanks for people that are gonna make watch VOD on YouTube or on Twitch.